Hi, boys and girls. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Mrs. Foistel, and we are going to learn about adages and proverbs and how they are used in writing. So that is your learning target today. If you look at the chart, adages and proverbs are considered elements of poetry. I'm going to tell you right now that we're not going to worry so much about what the difference is because they are so very similar. So today we're just going to look at adages and proverbs as one element, okay? Even though experts would say that, oh, an adage is different than a proverb or a proverb is different than an adage, they're so very similar. We're just going to become familiar with them today and not worry about the differences. Okay? So an adage or proverb is a short saying that expresses an idea that is commonly agreed on. Adages may be based on facts that come from a specific situation or job. Often they give advice. If you know the original context, it is easy to determine the meaning of the adage. Another word for adage is proverb. And there are some well-known sayings. No news is good news. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Look before you leap. Practice makes perfect. A penny saved is a penny earned. Or sometimes, or maybe you've heard of silence is the source or is a source of great strength. Check out this video on adages and proverbs. Let's watch this video on adages and proverbs.
When Nina was preparing to visit her cousin, Grandma told her to be careful because fish and visitors stink in 3 days. Nina told Grandma not to worry. She already packed her soap and deodorant. Grandma laughed and told Nina that what she said is an adage, which means that just like fish get smelly after 3 days, people can also get tired of having visitors for more than 3 days. Grandma's saying is an adage. An adage is a short saying that expresses an idea that is commonly agreed on. Adages may be based on facts and come from a specific situation or job. Often they give advice. If you know the original context, it is easier to determine the meaning of the adage. Another word for adage is proverb. Some adages are very old, coming from writers like Aesop, who wrote fables in Greece over 2,000 years ago. An example is slow and steady wins the race. This adage comes from a story about a race between a turtle and a rabbit. The turtle moves more slowly than the rabbit, but wins the race because the rabbit keeps stopping to do other things. If you know this story, you know that this saying means consistent performance leads to success. Some come from American history, written by people like Benjamin Franklin. One of his proverbs is, "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure." It means that it can be easier to prevent a disaster than to fix it after it happens. This advice has been used to remind people to take precautions, such as wearing bike helmets or taking vitamins. Sometimes adages arise from elements of popular culture, such as books and movies. The movie character Forrest Gump said, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." People say this when they want to observe that sometimes life is surprising. You might hear people use an expression that doesn't directly fit with the situation. If so, it may be an adage. Matt has a video game system at home, but he told his dad he wanted a new video game system just like his friend Steve had. His dad replied, "The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence." What does grass have to do with video games? This proverb suggests that what someone else has may seem better than what you have, even if it's not. Sarah came home and told her mom she doesn't like her new teacher because he wears weird ties. Her mom said, "Don't judge a book by its cover." The teacher isn't a book. What Sarah's mom means is that the first thing you see about a person doesn't tell you everything about him, so don't draw conclusions about the person right away. The cover of a book may give you a hint of what's inside, but it never tells the whole story. If you read or hear an adage you don't understand, try to use context clues to figure out what it means. Think about the words and situations mentioned in the proverb. Here are a few more to think about. No news is good news. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Look before you leap. Practice makes perfect. A penny saved is a penny earned. All right, let's review what we've learned about adages in this lesson. An adage, also known as a proverb, is a short saying that expresses a commonly held idea. There are many different adages that can be found in literature and conversation. Using context clues can help you to interpret adages you encounter. So keep an eye out for these things next time you're reading through one of your favorite books. Or for that matter, keep your ears open when your teacher or even parents are talking. It's likely you'll hear an adage or two.
Great. Hopefully that video helped clarify what proverbs and adages are. Next, proverbs and adages are short sayings that state a truth or give simple advice. Below are common proverbs and adages dealing with animals. The animal has been left out of the proverb or adage. Choose the correct animal from the word bank in the blank to complete the saying. And what do you think is the advice of each statement? So teachers, what you could do here is pause or use this slide and without the video and talk to the students about the adages or proverbs that they've heard, and then slide the words over and then discuss what those adages might mean or what they think they might mean. If you are an at-home learner, what you are going to do is pause this video and write the answers on a piece of paper and think about each, do your best, and maybe some of them you've heard, maybe some of them you haven't heard, do your best. Think about what each adage might mean, and then when you're finished, start the video again, and the answers are there for you. So pause the video now and think about each adage. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So the first one adage is you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. It means unable to turn something ugly or inferior into something attractive or of value. And the second one is the early bird catches the worm. The meaning is one who arrives first has the best chances for, or the best chance for success. The next common adage or proverb, when the cat's away, the mice will play. Without supervision, people will not do their jobs and will instead engage in entertaining activities or lazy behavior. You can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. It is much easier to get what you want by being polite rather than by being rude and insolent. Number 5, don't count your chickens before they are hatched. Someone should not depend on something hoped for until he or she knows for certain that it will happen. A leopard can't change its spots. People cannot change their basic personalities, habits, etc. Number 7, the proverb, let sleeping dogs lie. Avoid interfering in a situation that is currently causing no problems, but might do so as a result of such interference. So it's better just to leave it alone. If it's not causing any problems, just let sleeping dogs lie. And the last one, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can give someone an opportunity, but not force them to take it. All right, let's test ourselves here. Which of the following is an adage or proverb? Is it Jen's favorite color is orange? There are 8 colors in the rainbow. What you don't know can't hurt you. Water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, one of the things that I learned from the video is that an adage or proverb gives some sort of advice. Jen's favorite color is orange is not advice or is not a statement that I could use to help me. It's just a fact about Jen and her favorite color. There are 8 colors in the rainbow. Well, again, this is not something that might be able to help me. It's a fact that there are 8 colors in the rainbow. It's not really advice either. What you don't know can't hurt you. Sometimes that's true. Like if I don't know something, it's not going to hurt me. So that sounds more like advice. I'm going to check out the last one. Water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Aha, not an adage, a fact. It's not meant to give me advice. Let's see if I am right. I'm going to exit out of this so I can remove the box. And that is correct. What you don't know can't hurt you is a proverb or adage. Which one or which of the following is not an adage proverb? Circumference equals pi times the diameter. That sounds more like another fact, or not really something that's advice. Better safe than sorry. Early to bed, early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, and wise. Both sound like advice that could be used in a statement or in my life. Speak softly, but carry a big stick. So in other words, I think that means that I don't need to shout how I'm feeling, but I can be confident in my beliefs and move forward in what I believe without making or forcing it on somebody else. So to me, I believe that the first one is not a adage or proverb. That's a fact. Let's see if I'm right. I'm going to move this box. Aha, that is correct. Circumference equals pi times the diameter is not an adage or proverb. It's not giving me advice. It's giving me a helpful math formula, but it's not advice that I can use in my life. All right. What is the adage proverb in the story, The Hare and the Tortoise? And if you go back to the original video that we watched about adages and proverbs, you probably remember what that is. And again, if you're using this, you can use the slide and just go ahead and show the video, or you can just have the discussion with students. And students, if you go back to the beginning, if you're at home learning, go back to the beginning of this video and you can hear what the author says about this story. All right? And your assignment. So I'm going to move on. You're going to complete the quiz, Adages and Proverbs, posted in Google Classroom if your teacher has so decided. I would also like you, or we would like you, to read 25 minutes at least today and enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me, boys and girls. It's always a pleasure. I appreciate your hard work and effort today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.